Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today, we're going to be building another modern house. This time, it's going to be Celine's house. That's not Celine Dion, the famous singers. That's Celine, the subscriber's house. It was her birthday earlier this month, and I couldn't get the house done in time for her birthday, so I said I'll get it done this month. I promise I'll get it done this month. It's a really cool house. The picture is really small, so I've had to blow it up a little bit, so it might lose a little bit of resolution. But it's a really cool looking one. It has very simple structure, you know, a lot of rectangles sort of intersecting each other. And I'm going to take a little bit of creative liberty with this building, and I'm going to change the right hand side of the building. You see where it's got a little bit of a gardened area on the right hand side next to the letterbox. Instead of that being a gardened area, I want that to be a driveway that goes down into an underground garage, or like a garage door which isn't in line with the road. You have to drive down into it. I think it'll be a really cool addition to this house. In fact, I don't know why they don't have it on the real version, but it should go really well. For the colours, we're going to be using a nice white clay, so it's not perfectly white like the others here. It's going to be just off-white. Let's turn the shaders off. And then for an accenting colour, we've got, well, it looks like a sort of acacia-y, orangey style door on the front. I don't know if we're going to keep that. We might keep that, but with an orange one next to it, I think we might end up going with maybe a purpley colour or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. So we definitely want to have. Let's think about how we're going to do this. The driveway, right, is going to be. I don't need to have any slabs yet. It's going to be about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do a 6-block wide driveway. Now let's do a 5-block wide driveway that goes down. Look at the void underneath here. It's not a solid world, AJ. You've cheated. Oh, I know. It's as things have changed. So we need to have this long enough for a little incline to at least start. It doesn't need to be the top of the garage door doesn't need to be in line with the ground. You know, we don't necessarily need it to go that deep. We need it to go sort of deep enough. So I'm going to do, I think, those 2 blocks. And then this is going to be where our garage door is going to be. So if we grab some slabs here and we stick down, I think, something like this, I think we can get away with going every block. You know, we go going down a half slab every block. I think we can get away with that. That one, this one. Now we want to have like 2 blocks, hopefully. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to take away another one. We definitely need about 2 blocks minimum of flat spot at the bottom here. See how I got these 2 blocks? Because one of them, the garage door, is gonna have to sit on, correct? So have it like that. Now that's gonna look really cool, like driving out of there. It's like a Grand Theft Auto style house, isn't it? Okay, so if I add another one, no, I don't need to add another one. If I take that away, and we have the garage door go up here. Now, our garage door needs to be a minimum of 3 blocks tall, but I think in this case, 4 blocks tall would look really cool. And we'll drop it in down, down here. Like that. Garage door, we can get these in so that they work, and I always do this the wrong way, so I'm going to make sure that I power this first so I know that I haven't put the garage door on backwards. Yeah, I've done it right this time. So whoops, we have this one, it's a cute little quaint house. It's nothing too big. It's going to fit in to this area really nicely. So that goes up there. You drive into your garage. Perfect. Now, the lever's not going to be there. We'll figure out some sort of better location for it. These grass blocks down the side obviously need to be removed and replaced with some sort of retaining wall so the ground doesn't sort of fall in and cover up the driveway every time it rains or something stupid. That, I'm not quite sure. Probably stone bricks could work really well for that. Stone bricks. Oh, no, I don't want to remove that. Stone bricks coming down here with either just a slab on top or something. It's going to cover up the edge of that. Do I mind that? I sort of do. I think I'm going to pinch another block. I think would look better. So we'll have something like this, and then just add another block to the width of the driveway. And then the same on this side as well. That one, 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 and that one. And then, not there. Then places. Now I'm not going to be able to get out of here, so I'm going to have to break my way through the road or something to get out. And down here. Now, that's going to be pretty much the only thing that I'm changing from the original picture. I want to keep it as close to as I can. That looks so cool, though. Drive down into there. The lever can be anywhere here now. We can have the lever there. Yeah, that's probably the neatest place to have it. See, that's cool. I really, really like that. We could even put that on a player sensor, so it opens when you get close to it. I haven't even tried that before with the garage doors. I assume it would work. I can't see why it wouldn't. And we've definitely got enough height for a car to get up and down there. We're going to have to try that at some point. We'll have to try and like get a flat spot down there and try and drive a vehicle out. All right. Now from here, I want to have at least sort of 1 or 2 blocks above this garage door, because I want an overhang of just 1 block for the next floor to start. So something like this, just a very slight overhang. I might be able to do it down here, but the reason why I wanted it sort of up one is because I wanted to make sure that the car would clear. But I think that will. I think that'd be good. I think that looks neater as well. It doesn't need to go any wider than this. We'll just have sort of a wall going down there or something like that. And then the windows, we have 4 windows on this section. I can't really get 4 individual windows. So I think I'm going to have this as if it was some kind of lounge area, some main seating area. And we'll just leave it like a big open bay window, 3 blocks high, maybe even 4. I don't know, 3 blocks should be pretty nice in there. Big bay window above the garage door. Yeah, I like it. Then we have to have, I want this to actually come out a little bit further, just by like a single block. Oh, I actually really like how that looks. Oh, I think that looks so much smarter. How it sort of connects up like that. Yeah, okay. I might be able to get some windows in. No, I think I like the big style window on this one. Then we have the entrance. Now, the entrance is going to come out by, I think, another sort of 3 blocks. It's going to stick out here. And I'm going to do a 4 block wide entrance area for this. So it's going to come up there. And up here. But the door actually sits a little bit further back. I'm going to do it like this. Like that. And I think I can get away with, on this one, with just doing a couple of glass panes above here. I'm thinking about going with like a black stained glass windows on this. I'll do it white now, and at the end we'll do an experiment and we'll change some colors of maybe some bits if we're a little bit unsure. But I think the white would look really cool. All right, so there's that section. We then have a peaked roof that goes up here and joins up to a higher section, like a second floor section, somewhere up here. I'm going to say about 2 blocks back. I don't want it to go too far. I want it to be the same width as this area right here. And then this one comes out and I think connects up to about here, right? We have a window in here. It's a small little window. We're going to do it right in the middle. We're going to do a 2x3 high window. Like that. And then the roof above there begins. On this section, we're going to have it like that. So it's still all in line there. I know it looks off-center because we've got like 1 row of blocks here, but 2 on this side. That's only because, as you can see, it's in line with the door. It's only because of how the blocks sort of lay. Right. And then they go. And then this is going to be the sort of staggered window section. So we need to just work out how many windows we want and how much we've got room for. So if we started a window actually connecting to this wall, we could have one there, there, and they're giving us 4. There's 3 on the picture. If we doubled it, so it goes there, there, and there, we're a little bit more like the original. Then we can keep... I think I like the 2 block wide, 3 block high versions of the window here. And then we're going to have another one above. Now, In the real version, it's actually a lot higher. As you can see, there's like maybe 3 or 4 blocks between the ground floor windows and the first floor windows. But for us, I mean, I could probably move this up by a couple to make a room for the roof. Yeah, okay. Okay, we can do that then. So we have these here, and then these windows are in line at the bottom with this center window that we done just a moment ago. So we put these across here, and then fill up this little tiny bit of space that we've got left. Voila, we have the front, and I think it's really, really cool. It's actually coming out better than I thought it would. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would. When I saw the picture, I thought, oh, that isn't really that big. That won't take long. But it's actually like the same size as the other ones. It may be even a little bit bigger floor span wise. Now, that's the only picture we have. We don't have any picture of the sides or the back or anything like that. So we're going to have to make this up for ourselves. Down this side, we've only got the side of the lounge here, and it's just going onto a plain wall. So there's no point really having any windows down here. So let's just get the ones. 159. Set 159. We'll just block that off. Get that out of the way. We need enough room for the garage. I don't want to have the basement area bigger than the floor span of the house. So as long as a car could fit in here, which it can, I think that's roughly where I want the back of the building to be. So I'm going to have it like this. Up to there. So it's in line with that block there. See? Then I want to have this middle section to be 1 or 2 blocks further out. So it's just going to come out to here just by a couple of blocks, because I don't want to really waste a load of space back here. Like that. And then this area, I actually want to be further back. So I'm going to come back by just an extra block. See how that one's there? I want this one on this level. So it comes in by 1 block. And we have this then come down this side. Wonderful. I'm thinking dining room / kitchen on this side, lounge on that side, bedroom and maybe bathroom upstairs. And then, I don't know, the basement would have sort of a games room maybe, and it could be pretty cool. So back door's going to be here into a nice back garden. I'll have that there. Put that glass up on before I forget. We don't need any windows for sure on the side of here, so we can definitely fill those spots up. I didn't really need that end one. Yes, I did. So that's like that. On the back of the lounge, we can certainly have windows, but I don't want a big bay window on the front and the back. I think I want to do a window system similar to that. So if we done it there and there, that works out pretty well. So we'll have 2 by 3 windows in here. And we know that this just has to be here because it doesn't go any taller than that. That's going to be just where the roof goes. All right. We know if we're going to do a window, it needs to be in line with that window there, unless we want to have some sort of staggered floor on the inside, which becomes very, very tricky to do and wastes a lot of space. So let's just get the floor up to that height. And maybe I can hide the fact of this by moving this back by 1 block. If I move this back to here, it makes the door a little bit more recessed. Yeah, I think that's okay then. And then have this along there. This is where the window begins. We might as well do the same window. So we'll have a 2 by 3 high window here. Right. Now this is a lot of sort of empty space here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I'm going to put some sort of like up and down zigzaggy quartz design on it or something just to make it stand out a little bit. Really unsure. On the back of the dining room, I don't really want to mirror the windows on the front and the back. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put in just the end window, I think. Just the window that goes in here. If we use this end for where the kitchen would be, if we have all windows, it makes it very difficult to put countertops in and sinks and all that kind of thing. It looks so weird to have windows going all the way up to the walls. I don't usually do it like that, you guys know, but I think in this case we have to. I think it looks good, but it's just a little bit weird to get my head around. But yeah, if you have windows all the way around, you have no space for shelves, you have no space for cookers and extractor fans, so you need to have some wall space in a kitchen area to be able to do that. And then up here, it's going to be, I think, definitely a window above where the ground floor windows are, but we might have more windows upstairs depending on how we think we're going to do a sort of bedroom layout. So that goes up there. This goes along here. Now the roof is really weird. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a moment. That goes up there. Let's do a window here. And I'm going to do a second window there. But then this third window I'm going to block up. So as you can see, I'm going to keep the first floor windows in line with the ground floor. But I don't mind having an extra one. So again, here, we definitely want this window in. I don't really want two windows on the corner there. So I'm going to take that one away. And you know what? I don't think it's necessary to have any windows along there either. We'll just have the two windows like that. So there's our floor plan. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Let's fill that up. And now it's just the roof. Now, the roof's a little tricky. As you can see, the roof seems to be made entirely of roofs like, let's just do a little example on the floor here. You know how when we do a roof on a big square building, it's like this, isn't it? Yeah, like a roof like that. And you would usually do that on the top of areas. However, it's also done on this building, on this garage area. Now, usually on this garage area, you would do a roof like this, wouldn't you? You'd have the roof going up and then connecting to that wall right there, wouldn't you? And you'd have it going up sort of at an angle, not necessarily the perfect diagonal. It's very strange. We're going to do it anyway. We'll just see what it looks like. But it is really strange. Slab, we're going to go with, I think this one is probably our best option. It's a dark roof, and I want to try and keep with that. We've also used stone already on that roof, so it should blend in quite nicely to neighbouring areas. And we're going to just run around the perimeters first. So we're going to go one block wider than the walls. So we're going to go one block wider there. We're going to go one block wider around this section. What we're doing is basically like dividing the roof up into squares pretty much, aren't we? So up the top here. Yeah, it's even like that up the top. We're going to go there. I could drop these down by half a slab, but I think I like the way that I'm doing it. And down here. So that's going to be another sort of one. And then you'd have one over here. Now, usually on this middle section, you see how we've basically got two rectangles interjecting each other. Let me just finish this off and I'll show you what I mean. You see how it's sort of two rectangles, but they connect together. Usually you'd then follow that pattern all the way around, wouldn't you? You'd just keep going around it. But with this one, they're definitely split up into two separate rectangles. This one being the main one, the sort of major one. So we're going to do this down here. And then this way. And I think we're just going to go up every half slab. I'm not going to go like put any full blocks in there. We're just going to use the slabs. And it's a really low roof. Notice how the roof is hardly visible at all on the picture. We can see that it's sort of black, or at least a dark grey, but there's no real height to it. It's a very low one. I don't know how the drainage would work on here. Like on this section here, the water would run from the top and it would run down towards this wall, and water damaged the wall. There must be some sort of clever thing going on, I suppose. Some sort of water catching thing, but there's definitely a reason why you don't see this kind of roof too often. You know what? It's probably in an area where it hardly ever rains, so they don't need to be worried about it. I mean, looking at this style of house, I can't imagine this being a UK house. I've never seen any house built like that in the UK. And I swear it rains a lot. Maybe this is, I don't know, like a Dubai house. Maybe it doesn't look too, it's not glassy enough for Dubai. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe Celine can let me know where she got the picture from. And we'll be able to update you guys on where it was from. So yeah, it's like this. And then you have another one the same there, and another one the same there, and another one the same there. And as you can see, it's really low. The ceiling is really, really low. The roof, sorry, is really, really low. I'm going to do that on the other 3 sections, and I shall be back. Houses look so weird and incomplete until the glass is in. But here's the roof. We've got the 4 different square rectangle peaks. Very, very strange. I actually like it, though. I think it's pretty cool. It's different. Replace... Oops. Air with 160. Air with 160. Now, the only thing that I have with this house at the moment, at the moment, is just how flat the fronts are. Now, in real life, you don't get this happen too much because in real life, you've got a lot of minuscule sort of differences, like the window sills can be very small. Ooh, sneeze. I'm okay, I'm alive. The texture of the walls itself can sort of get rid of this sort of flatness. But in Minecraft, it's very, very easy to end up with a very flat, boring looking wall, which can be very difficult sometimes to then try and battle. So, in order for us to do that, we need to take the attention of the viewer, I suppose, away from the flat sections. Now, we can do that doing 2 things at the moment. First thing is adding windowsills to it. We've done this many, many times before. This certainly shouldn't be new to any of you. And white goes with the garage doors. It goes with the, you know, which are white. It goes with the modern feel of the building. And it just generally suits this area of the world. So we put these in here. We put them on every single window, top floor and ground floor. These are really cool as well because you can actually put plant pots on them as well if you wanted something a little bit more, you know, personal. Okay, really, really cool. Also, we can add a little bit more to the roof with a very simple touch. You see how we put the slabs here on the top half? Oh, I got a gap here. How would I solve that? I have to do something like this. That'll work. You see how I've got it on the top half? That allows me to actually place slabs on this bottom half. Now, we've done this technique before down in this suburban area. Can we see one from here? I don't know if I can see it from here. But we've definitely done this technique before, and it looks so cool when you do it all the way around. So even on these sections, look, and you end up with like a little gap down the middle there. It really, really works so well. Now, having this sort of white against the near black allows such a strong contrast that you should hopefully not notice the fact that there's a lot more blank space than there would normally be on, let's say, a traditional house. I think the traditional houses work because the texture of the brick block has so many sort of different shades in it. But when you're using clay, it's all very similar. So you have to work a little bit harder on these sort of modern buildings, adding windows and different shades to try and take that away. But already, there we go. Now it doesn't look quite as blank and bland down the front. I think that's really, really cool. There is a chimney. I think picture's a little bit blurry, but there is a chimney on the lounge section, I think. I'm not going to do that, though. I don't think it'll suit it that well. I really like this. I really like this sort of corner that we've got going around the side of the building here too. I want to try and incorporate that in a cool way. So, is that the house pretty much completed? This blank space here, I want to put some vines going up. Like how we've done on a few of the other bits. But that should be the only spot here we can have a nice tree. But let's get some vines. Let's get some string. And let's get some string, and let's get some leaves. We'll go with the normal oak leaves, yeah. And we always start off with some leaves down the bottom, and then these leaves break up into some vines higher up. See how it sort of transitions into them? So we put these down here. I'm just going to sort of place them down and then place the string in between. Have going up around the corner as well. Why not? I think that's a pretty cool idea. So something like that, right? And then everywhere else in all of these gaps, on top and below and on the side, because they seem to grow all over the place, we're going to place, oops, some string down. I don't need to go above those two, obviously, because they can't grow any higher. I'm even going to put them on the windows to make sure they don't go there. And I think we should be good. The string's hardly visible, so it's fine. I like that. I want to have a couple more leaves, though, higher up. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. When the shaders are on, all of those move, and they look really cool. But it just gets rid of that large clay spot. Okay, for the tree out the back here, to cover that spot, I think we're going to go with a normal oak tree. We've got an oak tree over there, a 2x2 spruce tree, which we don't want over here. It definitely won't suit. So we're going to go... Oh, maybe a birch tree could work well. Let's try the birch tree. And bone meal. It should grow there if we... Yeah, perfect. Leaving that sort of 1 or 2 block gap around the side there. That covers that hole up nicely as well. Really cool way. Around the front, I would really like to have a sort of curve of really small trees. Maybe even the old school fence and leaf design would work well. If we grab this leaf, spruce leaves, yeah, why not? And I think I'll go with 1. I want it back, or maybe on the roadside. Could work well. 1 and then 2 above. So we have 1 there, 1 there, there. And we're going to use this almost like the perimeter fence. Now here, as you can see, we've got this sort of void going down. Now I don't know if I want to have a sort of retaining wall that goes up, that keeps the road in, or if I want to have a grass sort of embankment. I think I prefer a grass embankment. So I'm going to have to leave that area pretty clear so I don't forget about it. So we're going to have this up here. Oops. Like this. And then behind, if we wanted to actually make this property have its own wall as well, we could definitely go with a cobblestone wall that goes behind it. That way they don't join up to the fences. See how they don't join up? If you use normal fences, they would obviously join up to those ones. We could have this coming down here. Like that. We stop it anywhere. I don't really know where we would. But then that way we've got a sort of modern fence sort of going around the front. We've got the trees just to hide up the building a little bit, give a little bit more privacy. I want to have the same thing that they have on the picture, which is a sort of, I don't know, gated section where they have the letterbox on there. Do I have a letterbox? I know, yeah, I've got a post box. They're sort of the same thing. Bink. I think that looks really nice, actually. And on this side, they have the number to the house. I'm going to do the gates like this, as if they're folded open at the moment. And then I think I want to have these cobblestone walls going down here and down there, so then nobody can sort of fall off the edge. It's a little bit weird how it joins up like that, but we have to. You know what? I bet iron bars would look sick on this. Oh, I think that's going to look really cool. Oop. Oop. Yeah, I'm going to do it on these ones as well. Yeah, see, they look really like gates. And down the side here. Oh, they join up to the leaf blocks. Why would they join up to leaf blocks? That sort of sucks, but not enough for me to take it away. Yeah, you can't really see it when you're behind it. That's really, really cool. All right, here I think I want something a little bit more Podsley as the path. Instead of a gravel one or a stone one. We've already got a lot of grey with the wall and stuff. So I think a more Podsley sort of entrance looks really decent. I can put a door on here because they're 2 blocks high. Obviously a glass door is going to suit really well. I know it doesn't quite get in line with the glass above it, but it works well enough. Player sensor. So we can get in and out. we go. I think that's about. I might bone meal around the edge here a little bit. We'll do the same thing on the back door. So we want. Choo, choo. Choo, choo. And there's the back. To pen this in, we might as well. I think I want to hedge the back. So we'll just get some normal leaves now. And we'll just go up the back here. We never made a back garden for this area. So once we've got this house, I suppose we can just join them together. And I think we'll do a rough shape. I don't want to go right up to the embankment. And have the hedge just a little bit back from it. And I think there is where I'm going to start bringing it this way then. So it's going to be a really... It looks like an odd shape, but we have to remember that we are going to be doing the embankment up to that road. So we need to make sure we have plenty of room for the embankment. Otherwise, it's going to look too steep and it'll look really, really weird really, really quickly. And then we'll join that up to there. Give ourselves a little bit more room so we can walk through. That's going to be as tight as I can get it. Yeah, so it looks like a really weird shaped back garden. But think, when we have this... Oops, nope. When we have this coming down here, which it will do. Something like this. Not there. All the way down. And this is going to join up to this road here. Look, see how we're going to be doing the embankment. You guys get the gist. So this is sort of going to run up all the way along here. And has to sort of build up as it goes. To match into the mountain and to cover that road up. I think the garden will then make a lot more sense. The garden shape will make a lot more sense. It's always nice to have some more organic stuff in it. You know what? I'm going to do that embankment. I'll do that and I'll be back. Alright, so hopefully that makes a little bit more sense now. That we've got the sort of embankment coming around here. And then as if the road was carved out into it. I tried to get it so the grass appears like it would have gone across there. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of gone around the mountain here. And I think we've pulled it off quite well. I think it looks a lot more natural. And then the garden just makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? So, this is what the house looks like now. I think that is really, really cool. I think that's so cool. I have to, though. I know this episode is probably a little bit long. But I have to just try and get a car in here. Just because. So, let's just add a little bit of a place for me to try and stop. We know that the brakes on these vehicles are pretty much non-existent. And just try and get it through the door. So we want a car. Anything will do. Nissan Skyline R31. We'll face it in the right direction. And we shall jump in it. Just turn my HUD off. Okay. So we're coming in. This is our house right here. We're indicating. The garage door is open. Gently. Oh, it's so blurry because I wasn't looking at the windscreen. Okay, go. You know, that was easier than I thought. That's perfect. And then what about when we come out? Let's turn the shaders off for coming out so it's not quite as blurry on everybody's eyes. And jump in. It's a right-hand drive one too. So we come up and we turn out. Oh, we hit the bank a little bit, but yeah. I think that's so cool. The cars definitely work better with the shaders off. You can definitely sort of see a lot more. I love that. I think that's so cool. That is where we're going to leave it, though, for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. There's a little few bits that we could do to add to this house. You know, some rose bushes around the front would certainly help. Let's just do that quickly. Rose bushes, because I actually really like that idea. And some peonies would definitely work as well. We'll have 2 of those. And then something like that down the side there. I wouldn't really bone meal the ground. I would probably end up striping it with the lime, like how we have here in the back garden. But I would want the back garden to be very, very open, very flat. I wouldn't want a swimming pool in there. I wouldn't want any gazebos or anything like that. I want it to be like a big flat lawn, and I think that would work really well with this style of house. Alright guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.